This is officially where the tracks end. No one has been that way. That's a never-ending hole down there. Whoa. We're heading to a really remote spot out in these mountains. The locals say that at this time of year, almost no chance of making it to the lake. There is a vertical snow cliff.
Yeah, we have a bit on.
This is starting to get insane. The Jeep on 40-inch tyres is struggling. But Dimitri stuck winching up the front, but the camera car stuck winching down the back.
Yeah! Too much food. Starting to warm up in the US. I can feel it. Last time you saw us, we were pushing our way through deep winter snow to one of the most famous four-wheel driving destinations in the US, the mighty Rubicon Trail. But for the next leg of our US adventure, we're taking on something a bit different. A secret, locals-only trip through the backcountry of the Sierra Nevadas in Northern California.
Our mission is to reach an incredible alpine lake hidden deep in the mountains, which has been closed off for months behind a wall of snow.
It's a tail end of winter here, and while it might be looking balmy right now at only 700 metres elevation, things will be chilling right down as we climb our way up into the snow over the next few days. How's this to kick a trip off, mate? This is about as scenic as it gets, mate.
Oh, you're not wrong. Everywhere we look in this country, it just blows me away. And the cool thing is, obviously we've tackled some more famous tracks in the United States, but now I'm keen to see a couple of local secrets, mate.
Yeah, exactly right, mate. You're not going to find these ones in the old tourist brochure. Dimitri, you got a copy?
We are in for quite an adventure, boys. We are in gold country. These hills, they got so many stories to tell. Hopefully our story will be one of them.
Mate, I like the sound of this. It's what a way to kick it off. Let's get right into it, I reckon. Alright, this looks quite shaly. Up we go. Oh yeah, loose rock everywhere.
This is Sean's first chance to test out his new 37s on a tough climb. And so far, the 30 seems to be loving it. That's it.
Don't even know what's up here.
Yep, straight through there.
It's a crazy little track, full of like big river rocks. It's like an old quarry or something. Jock has been waiting for the chance to stretch the legs of his new toy, a 1989 Toyota pickup that's already earned the nickname the Red Lobster. This rig is what the US locals called mildly modified. 37s, twin transfers, twin locked, with some big coilovers and 3-link suspension in the front, plus long travel leaf springs in the rear. But even so, Jocko seems to be struggling. Come on, Jocko, you made a meal of this one, mate. So it's not locked in the front. Put your front locker on.
Yeah, I'm trying the unlock challenge.
Oh, it says that now. He was locked before, boys.
All right, unlock challenge has failed.
He's got it. He's got it. All jokes aside, this thing's an absolute off-road weapon, and Jock's soon eyeing up an insane bonus line. I reckon he's taking a wrong turn.
Hard right.
There he goes.
All right, ready?
Ready.
America! It's so funny doing like the shuffle with all the gear sticks in here each time I go back and forward.
This is a bit different from like a local track back home. I guess it's like a local playground. You can sort of pick your own adventure and choose your own line. Something for everyone. And it's a good way to just warm up, really.
Our good mate Justin, or as the locals call him, Aussie, is back in his mad Jeep on 40s. And the big rig just eats up the bonus line.
Give us some herbs. Give us
More
some beans.
More beans. Very nice.
Thanks for making a road. One Jeep can do it. Surely another one can.
Liam's Jeep is more what we call an Australian build. 35s, moderate lift and lockers, but we know already just what a weapon this setup is on the tracks.
Use that uni-clutch, baby.
Oh, you're getting points off of this?
Yeah, that's deduction of points.
There you go. He's got it. He's got it.
Come on, baby. Commit. Yep.
That's it. Making progress.
Come on.
Harley digging.
Oh, no.
Might need to, go back and give it a bumperino.
Little Moab bump.
Clutch kick.
That's it.
There it is.
Very good.
Woo! That was fun.
Dimitri swapped out the big Taco with tracks for the huge 200. I'm saying huge because it's on 37-inch tyres. It's actually got Tundra front arms on it to widen the track. An absolute beast of a machine.
He's doing the takeoff.
The 200 is another of Stella-built wild off-road creations, set up for both comfortable touring and tough wheeling.
Is this the breakover?
And Dimitri's found his own unique line up the climb.
Oh no.
Am I sitting on the belly?
You are. You're very much sitting on the belly. I can feel it.
There's nothing worse than taking it to your local tracks and then needing the winch first.
This is what we call a turtle. Yeah, right? It's completely off the ground. All right, so this is where we check his CVs, make sure everything's running right.
You never waste a chance to give your mate some grief when he's bogged. But after a bit of ribbing, we've also got Dimitri hooked up and soon out of trouble.
Didn't need much. Once again, the camera boys are behind the wheel of a Smick Tacoma, built up by our mates at Mule Expedition Outfitters, with a full-size canopy and all the creature comforts for 3 blokes living a month on the road. With so much gear on board though, the big rig sure likes to lift a wheel. The country we're exploring is a maze of hidden rivers and steep mountain trails, and as we climb higher, we're finding plenty of challenges to keep us on our toes.
Very nice.
Starting to warm up in the US, I can feel it. As always, Jockey's lining up the bonus line on the challenge, as he gets the feel for the new rig.
Alright, I'm going to try something I do in my highlights back home, which is get the nose up and then try for a little change to second gear, load the old clutch up, there we go, drive through. Nope, didn't like that, let's try again.
Unlike my Luxie back home, the pickup is of course petrol, and I get the benefit of a bit more power than I'm used to.
What's he doing? He's trying a new line. He's got no front wheel drive.
May or may not have been in 2-wheel drive just then.
That helps.
It definitely helps when you have your vehicle in 4-wheel drive.
Forgot to put it in 4-wheel drive.
What a peanut.
Us Aussies are still trying to wrap our heads around 40-inch wheeling, and the Morphlate Jeep just sails up this one.
Not bad for a grocery getter.
Gonna pick up the kids tomorrow.
Justin in the big red Jeep went straight at the middle. I think I might have a little go at the middle too.
Easy. Jeep loves it. Oh, just not quite.
Not quite?
If you hit it on a slight angle, I reckon you'd have a better shot at it.
Alright.
Yep. Oh, you're up. You are up. That was the line though.
Alright, give it another go.
Yes. That's a ticket.
Yes!
Love it when a plan works.
Yes, that was awesome!
Dimitri's got the jitters out now and absolutely storms up the climb. That's it. Oh, loves it. All day and twice on Sunday. The big Land Cruiser. Never doubted it.
Little bump. Yeah.
I don't know what it is about Americans, but they just love steep and scary climbs, and this one is no exception.
That's a lot steeper than it looks. Hey. That's not the hill to practice on.
Let's do that again.
Oh, I like it.
Because there's so much stuff in the cab, my water bottle fell off my backpack and knocked it out of floor again.
Here we go.
No, I'm serious. I didn't know I was in two.
Yeah.
I can't wait for this one. Whenever Dimitri steers anything, it's always exciting.
Yeah, brother.
That's the smoothest drive yet. Right now, we're in the heart of California's gold country, and the place is full of hidden hotspots and old mining history. Well, we're going to need a torch, mate, or a lantern. Even better. This is
Quite fitting, isn't it?
really is. All right, I reckon we go for a deep glow.
Romantic.
This is pretty crazy. Like, we did have a local bloke with us, there's no doubt I wouldn't be down this one shaft. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's safe. This is epic. So cool in here. How high up does that go? Look at that.
Am I Indiana Jones?
With a bit of spelunking done, it's now time to try out some mountaineering. And we're soon airing down even more as we climb up to the edge of the snow line. Our goal for this trip is Bowman Lake, a crystal clear alpine reservoir that's popular with locals during summer, but in the winter months can get completely snowed in.
Hey, Jocko, how about this white stuff on the side of the road, mate?
Oh, mate, that can only mean one thing. What's up ahead may get pretty spicy. Do you reckon we'll be able to get through?
No idea, mate, but I just know that the track has gone to ice and we're still going uphill. While a lot of locals will go out for a day of wheeling and try and push a few miles up the track, we don't know of anyone who's made it to the lake this year. So we're going to be in for a real challenge. The US crew call the snow at this time of year Sierra Concrete, and it's no joke. A mix of hard ice and soft powder that changes across the day and requires absolute concentration and commitment to navigate through. Just to give you guys a little bit of an idea of what we're travelling on, I thought it'd be about a metre or two until you hit the road, because there's a dirt road under us, of course. But then we got a little glimpse of where the dirt road is. It's about 4 metres down. Absolutely insane. So there's compact snow right through here. There's just, I've never seen so much snow hit the ground. Pretty wild to see. Conditions are getting treacherous as we push further into the snow, and the camera vehicle is the first one to go down for the day. Camera crew have gotten stuck, so we're coming to the rescue.
The digging crew.
Sometimes just a little bit of work on the shovel, we'll get this job done. You gotta be over here. You're there. You need to be
You're in a hole.
here.
Camera crew.
Not there.
Where's the camera guys?
You're stuck, eh?
Look at that, Jockey.
There you go. The wheel lift, mate. Bit of right as you come. That's it. Woo.
Yes. Look at that, Johnny. A little bit of digging, a pinch of teamwork,
And a speckle of...
And stacks of friendship. We got him out. Whoa. Just feel the back end slipping out. Oh, slowly does it.
This looks like my bum is going to slip into that.
After our last show, we had a lot of people asking why we don't just run snow chains in these conditions. And the answer is simple. With our tyre pressures lowered to float over the snow as much as possible, the bagging tyre profile won't allow for a tight fit on the chains, making them very ineffective. Chains are also designed to cut down through the snow to harder ground, but with the metres of snow below us, that's the last thing we want.
You know the challenge is ramping up when the camera boys decide to move themselves to the back of the convoy. And sure enough, things are getting pretty spicy. Okay, the camera crew has moved aside, so it tells me it's going to be nice and soft through here.
Yeah, mate, you're not wrong. Usually that only means one thing, and if this snow is anything to go by, I have a feeling we might have our work cut out for us. Maybe a bit of time on the end of the shovel.
You're not wrong, mate, and that sun's starting to fall out of the sky. This tends to happen a lot to us.
It does, doesn't it? I'm starting to see a theme. Anyway, only one way to find out, mate. Onwards.
The snow melt is always most severe when you come up on creeks across the track,
That looks loose.
and that makes for some intense entries and exits with very little traction.
That was spicy.
We can only go down so far. So let's see what happens.
Certainly got our work cut out for us. This is pretty loose. It's starting to get dark too. It's going to get harder the further we trek this way. We need to find somewhere to camp, but we'll push forward and see. Those twin transfers make such a difference in the snow, as it's all about going as slow as you possibly can. Jocko can literally crawl his way in and out of the creek.
End of a hole. Look at that. Oof. There we go. Little bit of momentum. Woo!
As is always the case when you're having fun, the day has run away from us and darkness is falling, so the steadies are coming out as we push on and search for camp. Hey Jocko, copy mate?
I certainly do, mate. And once again, snow wheeling has turned into night snow wheeling.
Just thinking the same thing, every time you and I get together in the snow, mate, it seems to be a bit of a common thread. We start wheeling into the night.
Yeah, you're not wrong, you're not wrong. But what do you reckon? We've been wheeling for a little bit. Should we maybe see if we can find a spot for a bit of a camp?
Yeah, exactly, mate. I'm looking for one now. It's just at the moment, she's pretty rutted out. Just want to find, ideally, a little flat spot, and that'll be us for the night, I reckon.
It might not look like it, but back home this is what we'd call a gazetted road, and you can't just pull up in the middle of it. At last though, we find an option, a little logging track off the road with just enough room to squeeze in the cars for the night.
Well, how's this? This is camp for tonight. We found like a little side access track which is completely snowed over. So what we're doing, it's basically a single lane track, but we're just going back and forth heaps of times to create like a little bit of compact snow. We can put a swag down. The boys are all doing the same. They're getting a nice little pad. We'll bunch up together and you'll have just enough room to walk around the vehicles, put a swag down, and that's about it. Snow wheeling, eh? You know, today has been full of new experiences. And this one might just be the first time I've ever camped like this. I'm excited. I was thinking of making an igloo, mate.
An igloo?
Yeah.
Do you want some snow?
I'm okay, mate.
The temps are quickly dropping well below zero, but after a big first day, we're all just grateful to be able to roll out some canvas in a relatively flat spot. And tonight, we've got a little bit of extra luxury. That's right, we got a fire going.
How's this, eh? Wouldn't have picked it this morning, but then again, there hasn't been many nights where we've rolled into camp at a reasonable time because this snow wheeling, it's something different. At the moment, just to give you a rough idea, we are down, is it a logging track?
Yeah, some sort of logging track. Yeah.
It's a logging track.
It's an access
Somewhere we're not going to kick off tonight because that's where we're setting up camp on this road, and we're all sleeping beside our trucks. We're all cooking meals on the back of our trays and canopies and whatever is going on the back here. We've got a bit of a taco mix going together. It's going to be really, really nice actually. There's anything hot in the snow, but you know, trust us to get into camp late every single time. But I'm absolutely loving it. All the boys are just enjoying it. I think there's a chainsaw going in the background. That means there's a fire. We'll get some food into us, and I reckon we'll sit around the fire and have a couple of coldies. How good's this, eh?
That was about as fun as a day on the tracks as you could ask for, but tomorrow the guys reckon things are going to get real hectic as we head into the deep snow that's up around the lake. We love snow camping, but what about you? Is snow camping on your bucket list, or is it something you've done? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.
take you guys for a little walk around our campsite. I just made a coffee on the back of the 30 right now. You can see behind me where I camped last night, just in the swag. Doc, how are you, mate?
Morning, mate.
Look at this. Got the swag fully open.
Not a bad camp setup, hey? I don't look in there too close.
I bet that could tell some stories. Liam's just getting out of bed. Hey, mate, how are you?
Hey, mate. Don't want to get out. It's too warm in here.
Oh, no, it's not warm out here. Let me give you the hot tip. Oh, there's some stuff going on down here. Oh, it smells good. Dimitri's always cooking. One thing you'll find out.
We got a little bit of eggs, tomato, got some sausage, got some onion. All that's gonna be going wrapped in burrito.
Oh yeah, I could cop that. There's one thing I've got to quickly show you as well. We had a fire last night. Now you probably wonder, how do you have a fire in the snow? Can you see that? It sunk. And that's where the track would be, at least a metre or two down that way. And so now we've got to, when we drive out of camp, we've got to make sure we don't get a tyre in that, or we're going to get ridiculously bogged.
From our camp this morning, it's only about 6 miles to the edge of Bowman Lake. But if we learn anything from our last leg up near the Rubicon, it's that in snow like this, that distance can be an absolute marathon. Ahead of us, the trail looks like it gets a lot deeper, and it's likely we'll soon be cutting fresh tracks in as well. One thing's for sure, it's gonna be a wild day.
Just getting packed up with the camera crew on the big mule Tacoma. But I just want to show you this. The guys are carrying so much gear. They're just getting prepped up now, but this is the Kmart roof platform. And what's really awesome about this, you can see how much stuff they're able to put up there. But I just want to show you some of the other things I've got up here. So come with me. First up, it's a great spot for mounting all their accessories because these brackets and stuff bolt to them real easy. But see here, the hooks for the ratchet straps, there's basically a channel under there for the hook to mount to, so it's real easy to tie stuff down, particularly when they're carrying so much gear. Poor Chaser's up there slaving away, but they can also mount accessories, so when they're dumping footage at night, they got lights. And speaking of lights, all the wiring runs real neat underneath along the ridge mount here. In fact, there's even little spots to put cable ties to tie everything off so you can't even see it. Real handy for carrying the amount of equipment the camera crew are carrying. And that was good, mate. Hang on. Not going anywhere. We're good to go.
All right, bit of a cold start this morning. There she goes. Let that warm up a little bit before we start hitting tracks. Now, I had one job this morning, and heading out of camp, I've absolutely cooked it.
I think I cursed myself this morning. I said, you wouldn't want to put a tyre in there, you're going to get bogged at camp. That'd be embarrassing. What do I do in front of everyone? Oh, bugger.
We camped last night near the turn off to the small trail that leads to the lake, and from here the track starts getting a lot steeper and narrower. The problem once again is one of clearance, and even on 37-inch tyres, the Dirty 30 is getting hugely hung up between the ruts.
You're ploughing.
Good stuff going.
Yeah. Definitely got cold last night, so it's quite firm packed, but there's a fair bit of snow that hasn't really settled in front of Sean. So he's just pushing it all in front on his front diff, and it's slowing him down.
Sometimes you find some traction and then it works. Oh yeah, it's pretty good, until it doesn't, and then you stop. Slowly does it. Just gripping and just pushing a new track through. It's hard work on the vehicle. It's hard to keep your composure and not want to just absolutely floor it. That's what you feel like doing, but that doesn't get you very far.
Oh, it is so much easier once Sean's gone through. It'd be interesting to see these sections up here where he started sliding out of the ruts, if I can still get through. Or if I'll slip in the same hole and make it worse, like that. Oh, we're okay.
Quite amazing if we actually make this lake. The guys say that it's pretty darn hard this time of year. One of the local fellas that we know said he's lived his whole life. Twice he's been up here in a vehicle when there's been snow like this. So we're gonna have our work cut out.
Every once in a while there's a short descent that makes the going easier, but soon enough we're climbing again. Something we hadn't expected was just how much fuel you can burn through in the lead vehicle when pushing through deep snow.
decided to pull off the track, quite literally, into some deep snow. We're gonna let Jocko just go in the front and use a bit of his fuel for a little bit. He's gonna push a bit of a track through. He's a lot lighter. He shouldn't sink as much as me, which will make it easier for him and easier for me.
The snow's getting softer as the sun melts the surface, and with a big climb ahead, I'm going to try airing down to 5 psi to increase the pickup's footprint in the snow.
I don't want to go too low because I don't have beadlocks, but
Fortunately with this stuff, it's pretty soft, it's pretty hard to rip the bead off.
all right, we are aired down. Lobster is leading the way. You weren't kidding when you said she's soft, but hopefully having the lobster with the smaller diffs and a little bit less weight, I'm hoping if I can just take the edge off and then you'll do the ploughing for the rest of the convoy.
Won't be too bad going down, but maybe coming back up if you want to do it cut out. From the back here though, you're sitting on top of the ice pretty nicely.
The lightweight lobster, she's going for a pinch.
For the last few miles, we've been seeing the occasional tracks as previous convoys have given up and turned back. And at last we find ourselves at the end of the line. Righto. This is officially where the tracks end. No one has been that way, which is pretty exciting. There's still a fair way off this lake. We've got a fair bit of snow to be moving. I reckon he's going to have his work cut out, especially this uphill component right down there. It's going to be back, forth, and he's had enough. Might put big deep and 40s up front. Jock has been going for the low and slow approach all trip, but the Sierra Concrete isn't having a bar of it. Just a few metres into the new snow and the pickup is buried to its eyeballs. Stop there, Jocko. We'll uncover your rear diff. There you go, he's been up front for about 2.5 seconds and he got stuck. You should be able to go backwards with the rear diff out.
Serve, my friend.
All right, wanted to winch him out.
Well, slow and careful didn't work here, so I'm going to try a very different technique.
This is a bit of a high risk, high reward approach, but Jock's making some good progress up the climb.
So what I'm doing here is I'm edging forward a couple of metres each time, and then before I get stuck, I'm just backing off and reversing out.
Metre by metre, we're making progress, but this approach won't last. It's hard work on the rig and burns a ton of fuel. And by the looks of things, we're going to need every last drop we can get if we want any chance of making it to that lake. I've got to say, Jocko, she sounds pretty wild from back here, mate. And you're making a good mile too.
Yeah, mate, the lobster's earning her money today, that's for sure, but I definitely think the snow's getting deeper. Just inch by inch, I'm just going forward, back a bit, and seem to be making progress. I don't know how much longer I'll be able to keep this up.
See if we can get to the top of the hill, then we might even put the Jeep with 40s in front.
The lobster is getting lighter by the minute as I burn through the fuel, but soon the snow has gotten the better of me.
Yeah, I've gone down. The plough was going well, but I think I've uncovered a deeper section of snow. So I think Sean's going to winch me out, maybe try and get the Jeep on 40s in front to see how far we can get. But seems like this track is turning it up a notch. It's going to be interesting to see if we can make it.
Doesn't take much to get him unstuck.
Oz might hail from back home, but he's lived in the US and wheeled in the snow for many years. And his approach to cutting a path is, well, a bit more controlled.
All right, what's the plan of attack, mate? You're up the front now. Got the big boy shoes on, quite literally too.
I think I'm just going to go slow and steady wins the race. A little tortoise and hare action here.
Fingers crossed, eh?
Yeah, no, like, let's not let you boys down.
Yeah, way better than the lobster, eh?
Yeah, slow and steady. Look at it go.
Well, he's doing that way better than I did.
That is quite amazing.
Yeah, I'm not willing to stop, especially on this hill, so I'm just going to keep going till I can't go any further.
This is starting to get insane. The Jeep on 40-inch tyres is struggling. Sean's in front of me on 37s, he's struggling. And even I'm having to go back and forth a few times in the little lobster. The snow is getting deep. I don't know if we're going to make it.
The struggle is real all the way down the convoy, but up front, even the 40s are getting buried. Justin, that's some pretty deep snow, mate.
Mate, I can feel how deep it is. The Jeep's really putting in some work right now. I'm doing my best to clear you a path, but yeah, I can only do so much. Whoop. Oh, mate, as much as I hate to say it, you're gonna have to give me a little pull backwards.
Not only me, even the big 40-inch tyre Jeep's getting stuck.
I reckon we get to the top of this hill, it might be a lot easier.
Yeah, I reckon. It looks like it crests not too far away.
Yeah.
And then it's downhill into the lake, so.
Well, Justin, mate, just want to let you know, I managed to get further in the lobster without needing to be winched than you did, and you've needed to be winched more times than me.
How many times you got winched today?
Once.
Me, 0. Dimitri, how many times?
0.
Liam?
0.
Oh, okay.
How many times have you had to?
I'm just saying it's hard being a trailblazer, mate.
Yeah,
You know,
I did it just fine, so you know.
You just gave me the whole uphill section, but it's all right. You know.
I almost ran out of fuel, but you know.
Yeah, good little stitch up there.
It's not for everyone being at the front, mate, but see how you go.
All right. Yeah.
According to the maps, once we crest this climb, we should start descending again towards our goal.
Hey, nice technique.
But those ruts are going to be a mission to push through.
Oh.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, pretty incredible.
Yeah.
I never say this to his face, but that thing's pretty capable.
Yeah, I'd never ever say to his face.
That's it, look at that.
There we go.
You're almost at the top.
Oh, look at that.
Just as we thought we were about to finish the climb, it turns out it's only getting started. And we spend the next few hours fighting to move forward.
We've made some pretty good progress at the moment. The Jeep's just got stuck again. This hill, we keep thinking we'll get to the top of it, but it just keeps going. And the snow, well, it's pretty darn soft. Oh, speaking of that, oh no. Oh, this is not what we want.
Up front, things are not going much better, and even the Morphlate Jeep has hit its limit.
Up to recovery number 382. Back to it. I've got to say, just first and foremost, mate, valiant effort. Getting that far, you know, you've made a good couple of kilometres, I reckon.
Pretty
uphill,
impressive, yeah.
And super soft snow. We're about 6 hours in. We've made it about, I don't know, 4 kilometres if we're lucky.
We've got a bit of a way to go, mate, but I think it's time we maybe shift some things around a little bit. And
one more little trump card up our sleeve, and that's our mate Ben. Now, Ben's been following along helping the camera car back. He's got an 80 series, so I've all of a sudden got a stack of confidence. I reckon you might get him up front there with his big tyres, and he can just plough a bit of a way through.
Yeah. So the plan's already off to a flying start. Ben, who was supposed to be working his way to the front, is now stuck. So, yeah, we have a bit on.
Ben's 80 series has got a few advantages that we need right now. Big tyres, crawler gears, and plenty of clearance. On top of that, he's wheeled these mountains his whole life and knows a thing or two about these kinds of conditions.
Gotta find the firm, it's the firm snow where you can.
After almost an entire day spent on one climb, we at last hit the top of the climb, and in the far distance we get our first glimpse of the stunning Bowman Lake. But I've got to be honest, it's pretty hard to concentrate with a view like that out the window, hey?
You know what? When the boys said there was a lake down there, I thought, you know, it'll be a dam at best, but that's a proper lake.
Yeah, mate, you're not wrong. And I got to be honest, I did not think we were going to get here with how deep that snow was, but looking at it now, I'm pretty stoked we did.
You'd think going downhill would make for easier going, but the trail here has been completely snowed under and has turned to a very treacherous incline.
Getting a little off camber here, and we got a long ways down if we slide off. So it's taking a peek.
So we've come to this snowdrift. It's really off camber and pretty gnarly. So what we're going to do is basically dig a track so that Ben can drive down safely to the lower side of it, then everyone else should be able to follow through. This is pretty wild, mate.
It really is.
Yeah, I want to turn into it. So I want to kind of dig a track right where I just made that line.
Yep.
And then straddle the snowdrift.
With the trail itself being mostly invisible, there's a real risk of accidentally driving off the edge and rolling down the lower bank. So we're being extra cautious and leveling out the path as much as we can.
Yeah, straight up in that trench. Now this bit's going to be deep snow down here.
Look at that.
Got the lake already.
It's a highway.
I slid off. Oh, sloppy there.
Descending in the snow turns out to be full of its own challenges. Just up ahead is another big obstacle, a fallen pine that's landed right across the road. Cutting up this bad boy and winching it off the track would be a mission. Plan is, I guess, such a big log, small chainsaw, take some of these branches off and just drive over this if we can. And has anyone looked what's over there?
Yeah, it's like a waterfall. Let's focus on that after we get the tree.
I just noticed that. There is a vertical snow cliff. Okay, well, for this bit though, we'll get these branches off and just try and climb over it, I guess.
I thought we were nearly there. Turns out we're not nearly there. I think it's going to turn into another night run.
Righto, I think we've done about as much prep as we can do. You might dig a bit of a hole before the tree, then we'll fill it in. But fingers crossed, I think this will be pretty simple. You're just going to flex up over this. Another challenge that we need to work out is just over here. Look at that, easy.
Beautiful.
Get to me a little bit, all that rear, hopefully it comes up. Yeah, lovely, lovely.
Very nice.
No big thing. You've got to drop down in all of this snow, which is really soft, and then just get back out straight again. We're certainly not down at the lake just yet.
That snow wall looks totally undrivable. But with everyone on the shovels, we've soon carved a path.
Yeah.
One more of them. Oh, what a rig.
Yes.
Well done, mate.
That is epic. I really didn't think we'd get up that. That was a mountain of snow, like a vertical wall.
Good news is we're up that, and see that over there? That's what awaits us. Can't wait. Well done.
Tire over that tree.
Yeah, he's been waiting to do that the whole trip. Oh, no, he got it, he got it. Well done, mate.
Lobster has plenty of clearance under the cab. Shouldn't have any dramas. You guys made it a highway now.
Yeah. He's good now.
First gear, might do a little crawly boy over this tree.
Well done, steady.
Well done.
Nice one.
There's nothing quite like the feeling of pushing your rig into the unknown, and we are so close to that lake and a flat camping spot that we can almost taste it.
Well done, mate.
But as night falls, the challenges keep on mounting, and it's soon clear that pushing through tonight isn't the safe option.
Well, we were so close to getting down to the lake, and unfortunately it's getting quite late, and we just saw a bunch of challenges ahead, so we're going to take what flat ground we've got available behind us.
Just like last night, we're going to have to make our own campsite for the evening. That's just a matter of forward and back until you carve out enough space for a swag.
I've done as much as I could with the roller, mate. I'm doing the rest with the...
Yeah, I get it. Put your head up this way.
Yep.
I've got a nice little flat spot sort of. When you finish with the snow shovel, I'll just do the final touches. Yeah? Oh, we on. This is how you make camp in the snow. It is. We're professionals at this one.
We are professionals.
There's nothing better than the feeling of seeing your camp set up after a huge day of wheeling. And right now, we couldn't be any happier.
How good is this? I mean, flat ground, there's not too many trees around, and we've got a space to roll out a bit of canvas. Cold beer, doesn't get much better than this. This is camp, if you ask me. I think everyone's just as stoked as I am. Cheers.
We've learnt a lot today about snow wheeling from our US crew, but they're about to get a masterclass in Aussie cooking that'll blow their minds.
Jocko, welcome to the kitchen, mate.
Mate, we didn't quite make it to the lake today, but...
So close, it's just down there. It's just down there. We could
It's
see it.
real
We could
close.
see it today, and as we got close, we thought we'll be down there in 2 seconds.
Yeah, we did.
Turns out there's an obstacle there, one
Yeah.
down there. We've still got our work cut out
the
tomorrow.
Americans were like, nah, you know, but that's fine because we have an epic camp set up, mate, and
We've got flat ground, we've got swags out, and I'm just about to cook up a mean meal. Now, we're going to do a proper Australian quintessential burger with
Yep.
a lot. So I'm not talking about the brioche buns, the potato buns. I'm talking about the cheapest buns you can get.
Yep.
I'm talking about some fat old meat. We're talking pineapple. We're talking beetroot.
Beetroot, yep.
We're
We're
talking
talking
onions,
onion.
bacon, eggs, barbecue sauce, obviously.
Stop it. This is the type of stuff you get at Andy's General Store, mate. This is what you get.
That's exactly right. And these guys have got no idea what's about to hit them.
Beetroot. If there's Americans watching at home, they're like, what?
You
what's
can't beat a root.
that? Yeah, you can't beat a root, but they call it pickled beets over here. That's
You know what?
Same thing.
It was so hard to find the beetroot and the pineapple. While I do this, Jocko, you want to
mate.
jump into Dometic. There's a bunch of burger patties already pre-made. Once the cooking starts, this is the good thing about burgers a lot. There's a few ingredients, there's no doubt about it, but they come together really easy. Now, obviously, all of our Aussie viewers are going to know what a burger with a
They'll
lot.
be going,
There is
"Oh."
not a single Aussie in existence who hasn't had a burger with a lot.
No.
No doubt.
No,
but
I agree.
Americans are probably sitting there going, what is a burger with a lot?
Yeah.
Well, basically, it's a rite of passage for every Australian. You go to a local takeaway store. Is there an American translation of that?
no.
It's basically your milk bar or something
Yeah,
like
milk
that.
bar, yeah,
where,
yeah.
where you go in, burger with a lot will be sold. You guys that grew up with cheeseburgers and all that sort of jazz, as far as I'm concerned, they don't have enough ingredients on them. There is. It was your
Hello,
idea,
mate.
mate, to do burgers with a lot, and it's a
Yeah.
brilliant one. Now, if you could do us a favour, bacon and eggs.
Yeah, I'll cook the eggs in the bacon fat.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, now we're
That's-
talking.
Just going to season these guys. Salt and pepper will do the same, but a little bit of Cajun spice because
Yeah.
we're out in the bush, and that's all I got. I've got some tomatoes to prep as well, and then the pineapple slices.
Yeah, they've got to go on.
I reckon straight on the patties. We'll give them a little bit of time. We're going to do one flip on the patties.
Yep.
As soon as they flip, we'll put a bit of cheese on top to start the melting process.
perfect.
We've got some cheese here. And in the meanwhile, I'll start prepping everything else. So when Justin is ready, everything's going to come together. The burgers will be built.
Yep, good idea. Sean, this is I would say, just a classic Aussie meal.
Without a doubt.
But I've got a question for the Americans watching. What is an American meal we should cook next time? Just, you know, your classic
Put it in the
American
comments.
feed.
I'd
Yeah,
love
chuck
to
it in
see.
the comments,
I'd really love to see.
and then we'll get some ideas for cooking. What do you got there, Juzzy?
Oh, we're ready.
Oh, look at that.
I reckon we're good. Grab yourself a bun, boys.
Yep, all right.
So what I want to do is just build a burger
Yep.
so everyone at home knows exactly what is going on.
Yeah.
So first things first, you're going to grab one of these little patties.
Yeah, grab that one. Yeah. So
We're going to put that straight down. We're going to go a little bit of
onion. I like to put the meatier things down together, like the bacon and egg next.
all the proteins.
Yep,
All
and
the
then
proteins.
we'll go-
Whack a bit of that on. Important, you put barbecue sauce at this level,
Yes.
and then you also need a little bit on the top.
Yep.
We're going to go a bit of tomato.
Pineapple.
I'm gonna
On.
go a bit of beet. Just
Look at
like
that. Two.
One-
Thanks for coming.
One more.
One more.
For
Let
good
me
luck.
just push that way. Yes. For those Americans watching at home, you might be thinking that's too much to put on a burger. They usually don't stay together. That's half the thing. But look,
If you push them down though,
yeah, that's the secret.
you
You got to
push
do
them
that
down,
bit
a little
there.
bit of egg yolk comes out.
Yeah, perfect.
Now, can we just grab an American over here?
Yeah.
Dimitri,
Dimitri, coming in, mate. That is an Australian burger with the lot. Now you've got to grab it with two hands, mate.
Yeah.
Do you want me to hold the plate? Yeah, there we go.
now show the camera that one.
Look at that.
Size of my face.
Oh, it's already fallen apart. Liam, this will be yours, mate. You just keep it together for me.
Now, if you're lucky, you're going to get egg and beetroot down your shirt. So you know you've made a good burger with a lot. Dimitri, I want you to have the first bite, mate. What do you reckon about that? Jump in, boys. Oh.
Explosion of flavor.
Perfect.
I reckon that pineapple, the beetroot, that's where it's at.
I've got egg in my beard. It's a good burger.
That is a burger with a lot. The quintessential Australian burger. We've got another seconds as well. If you can handle a second one, mate, pretty rare. There's not many Aussies can even do it, mate, but do your best. There you go, burger with a lot, eh?
Sensational.
Our camp this morning locates us about a mile out from the edge of the lake. So today, we know we've got one simple objective: Lake Bowman or bust.
Righto. We're going to make it. I've got a good feeling.
We're sticking with the same convoy order as yesterday, with Ben breaking the trail and Aussie in the Jeep flattening out the path behind. But within 100 metres, we are right back into it.
Straight out of camp this morning, and we've got our first challenge. The boys are working out how to best attack this one, because it's not just a matter of trying to make it up and over, but also make sure you've got a track so we can get back out of here. Pretty confronting at the moment. Once you get a couple of vehicles on here, get some shovels out if we need to.
Yep.
This will become a highway if we do it right. This is the hard bit.
The snow on the way down to the lake is a whole different beast. A couple of sunny days is turning the snow into a soft slush that the rigs are just ploughing into, while all the runoff from the hills around is undercutting the slopes as well. Ben knows his stuff though, and soon cuts a path through.
That's it.
That's a ticket. All right, here we go. That snow is melting though, all that ice. Yeah.
Yes.
We've been lucky enough to wheel in just about every terrain you can think of, and this snow reminds me a lot of the deep mud back home. Once you fall off the line, you end up stuck in a new wheel track that's often very hard to get back out of. Too much. Oh, that scared me.
Too much food.
They got the front end.
Too much sauce.
Wow.
Sorry, everyone. I made a meal of this one. Pretty easy. Pretty much a highway down there, boys.
You made it more fun for me.
Well, the good news is that was the first challenge of the day. Can only go up from here.
Oh, it's a way bigger drop when you get closer to it. Easy. Lightweight lobster, baby.
Really helps after a mate sort of packs all the snow down, goes back and forth a few times. Made it easy for him. You know what?
Alrighty, dropped in.
Easy
Very
done.
nice.
Easy done.
See how the race truck Big Booty Judy comes through now.
Yeah. Oh, be careful, be careful. Back her up. Ooh, we'll have a shovel. Right.
Yes.
It's amazing you can just reformat the track. I wouldn't go to snow without one of these.
No, definitely not.
Now you probably noticed by now, big Colonel Mustard or the yellow JK Rubicon that Liam's steering has the smallest tyres in the convoy. One thing you probably don't know about it is that it's one of the first in the US to be running a uni-clutch for terrain. Now that's a twin plate clutch that can handle huge power like 2,000 Newton meters, so it's a perfect upgrade for someone who's pretty serious about their four-wheel driving. Now the beauty of that, doesn't matter if you're towing or doing hard tracks like this, that clutch has a really light pedal feel, so it gives you all the benefits of having a heavy-duty clutch, but it feels like an OEM clutch, which makes driving really easy. And speaking of driving, he's doing a fantastic job of steering that big Colonel Mustard. Something tells me we're not out of the woods yet.
As we start to descend lower down towards the lake, the snow is actually getting thinner, and we can start to see the gravel of the trail down below. But it's not making the going any easier.
Yep,
Almost.
Couple of those, and you got this. It's getting the right level of momentum so you don't go off track too much, but you do get up and over this. It's quite steep. Snow's melting a lot today. It's actually quite a warm day in the snow, and as a result, all that water's creating a lot of ice, which is not doing any favours for traction, but we're making it through. Now the 200 is a big rig and ends up having to cut a lot of its own wheel tracks in the snow. It doesn't go well this time though, and Dimitri finds himself high-centred on the exit.
Your beach the whale. All right, so this trip, I'm in a Jeep, normally in a 200, not normally recovering a 200, not from the front anyway.
I'm getting to all the crusty snow underneath.
The snow might not look all that intimidating here, but it's got the stellar rig in a tight hold. And despite a couple of big snatches, Liam can't shake the 200 free.
I think we need a winch.
Even the winch doesn't seem to be able to budge him.
Am I moving his truck?
Until Liam comes up with a tricky solution to make him a better anchor point.
Try now.
Who'd have thought doing a little bit of a standstill would help someone get out of a rut?
Good job, boys.
Bit going on this morning. We're about 200 metres from camp. Got Dimitri stuck winching up the front. Got the camera car stuck winching down the back. And plenty more to go before we get to the lake. It's going to be interesting.
The camera crew have been putting in a huge effort over the last 3 days in the mule rig, which is well set up to handle all the extra weight on board. And they've been able to get it through conditions that many people wouldn't even consider attempting on 35-inch tyres. There's plenty of challenges to keep us busy as we creep forward down the slope, with creeks and washouts around every corner. It's all hands on deck, but slowly and surely, we're making progress.
At last, we're getting down to the final slopes leading to our goal, but the snow melt is making things a whole lot more difficult.
He's got it.
There's a creek.
There's a creek. You found it?
Yo! Look, it's all open underneath. It's a straight up hole.
You can tell this is the end of the season. The snow is really quite slushy. It's fallen apart. It's real icy. This will give you a good idea of just how, like, that's a never-ending hole down there.
Can't go too far, right?
Yeah, you can. You can. It's a big hole.
What's the worst that'll happen?
Goodbye, 38. Right there, that's not as bad as... Oh, hang on. 80 series for the win!
There you go.
Look how deep the snow is. His bonnet deep. This is loose.
Oh, that was steep.
It's quite the drop off. I don't know if I want to try and hit it on the same extreme angle or try and make my own path a little bit. The danger of making your own path is going to drop through that snow a fair bit.
Choose your own adventure.
Down you go. Shouldn't be too wild, should it? tracks. After 3 days of solid effort on one of the coolest backcountry routes we've experienced in years, the incredible Lake Bowman finally comes up to greet us. This is going to be one of the more epic destinations we've ever wheeled to, and all the struggle to get here just makes the reward that much sweeter.
This is honestly like a picture. I have to pinch myself at this view. It's phenomenal. I wish we had this much snow back in Australia.
Mate, this is spectacular.
This is absolutely epic. How's this, mate? We've made it. We are at that lake's edge.
We have made it, and what an incredible lake's edge to be at, mate. This has been spectacular. And to think that not many locals even make it out this far in the wintertime as well just makes it even more special. I'm frothing so much. Unreal. Unreal.
I've got to say a big thanks as well to Ben up front, and of course, Aussie in the Jeep. I think without the two big vehicles up front, we would have probably still been in the car park, mate. Now, there's one more thing that the local boys reckon you have to do when you come to an alpine lake like this, and that's to take the plunge in the icy mountain waters.
Well, mate, I don't know about you, but I am stoked we made it here.
Mate, trip of a lifetime in so many ways. It was as a tough one, and just the fact that a lot of locals said it's unheard of driving to the lake at this time of year, and the fact we've made it in our vehicles.
Really special, mate.
This is the time where you leave us. You
This
go
is
back
me.
to Australia.
Yeah, that's it, mate. I'm heading home.
It's been really good having you along, mate.
It has been. It has been.
I'll give you the hot tip. We're going to go south now and go find some warmer weather.
A bit warmer. Well, that's good because the bloke who's going to be driving the big red lobster instead of me will be young Jesse Gleason. I know he loves the warmer
He's
climate.
not his first time to a US, it's his first time overseas as well, so it's going to be a hoot. Can't wait to get into it, but there's one last thing we need to do before we go.
Mate,
And the boys are getting pretty tired
they're
already.
getting excited. They told us we need to go for a swim. I think they may have stitched us up, but there's only one way to find out.
Come on, mate, you go first.
Oh, you go first.
No. That is the coldest water on earth.
Oh, yes, sir.
See you next time on
Full drive 24/7.
Next time on 4Drive 24/7, we're swapping the ice and snow for the wild deserts of Arizona as we check out some of the most insane rocky challenges we've ever attempted. Big lines,
Oh my God, that was scary.
big rock steps, and all-out mayhem as we push the rigs to their absolute limits on some crazy local trails.
That's the track.
Until Jesse takes things one step too far.
Oh no, it's gone.
Coming soon, only on 4Drive 24/7.